Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we'll be talking about a very aesthetically pleasing the Snow Sky Echo Nano. Before we start, let me thank Vio for providing the Echo Nano in for this review. Rest assured, this review is 100% my own personal opinion. For the unboxing, I will just put the picture right here. Let's just talk about the build quality of the Echo Nano. The Echo Nano is made out of Series 6 aluminum, and I believe it is harder type of aluminum compared to your typical just aluminum. On the front, we have a small OLED screen, and the overall looks of this DAP or the Echo Nano, honestly, it looks so nice and premium. And it only costing 50 bucks, and it reminds me of my middle school days of MP3 players. And talking about looks, the Echo Nano also has lots of color options, so there you go. And on the back we get this very important Hi-Res Audio logo, and for some reason in Indonesia, this logo becomes a meme, get possessed by Hi-Res Audio and some stuff, maybe, you know, those super hype reviewer wannabe made this viral, I don't know. Anyway, we also got this Snow Sky branding, and for the controls we have a scroll wheel, and on the wheel part we have a multifunction button. And you can scroll your way like this, and this is your forward, rewind and play pause button, and on the other side we have Type-C port and microSD slot. And for the output, we only got this 3.5mm single-ended jack. For the specs, the Echo Nano uses a CS43131 and that's it. And it is rated at 120mW at 32 ohm. Battery life is rated at around 7 hours of playback time, which is kinda okay. And let's just talk about the sound. The setup I use, obviously this device, and I plug this to my Sifga SV021 Pro V2 and CCA Rhapsody, KZ EDX Pro 2 and lots of more IMs. And my impression with the Echo Nano is that with every setting stock out of the box, everything sounds clean in a good way. Sure, it does lack the high-end sheen we reviewers used to get with higher-end gear, but for the price, this sounds just about right. It doesn't disappoint, but it doesn't exactly offer a wow factor or something new in terms of sound, and around 50 bucks, but I believe people who buy this device are mostly for collection purposes or nostalgia first, then sound, aka prioritize looks and aesthetics. I found myself using the Echo Nano in USB DAC mode a lot instead of DAP mode. Why? Well, it sounds the same as DAP mode with USB DAC mode, and I can access my music more easily by using streaming services, translation. Playback using USB DAC mode doesn't degrade the sound, which is always a nice thing, and it also supports charging bypass mode. Translation. Vio already thought about the use case of using the Echo Nano primarily as a USB DAC, so you're covered. You're not gonna destroy the battery because it supports bypass charging, and yeah, thanks Vio. And for this review, I won't go too in-depth, and all I can say is that this thing sounds good for the price. Also, it has a really nice build, like 50 bucks got you built like this. It's so well made. And let me just scroll a tiny bit of settings that you can get with this. There, UAC charging mode. You have normal mode, you have mobile mode, and you have computer mode. I always use the computer mode because it bypasses the charging entirely. And yes, computer mode, power only, no charging. And if I put it to mobile mode, boom, mobile mode turn off charging power supply. Basically, I don't know what's the difference, but it's there. I guess it's just for detection purposes, not sure. Anyway, The technicalities for a 50 USD DAP, the technicalities are good. The stage it's small, but it does have a very good layering. Imaging decent. If your cans can present holographic, this won't have any issues presenting it to you. But if your, IEMs or KZ ADX Pro 2, don't expect this thing to make your ADX Pro 2 sounds holographic. Check your expectation and separation and positioning. It's very good. Thanks to the clean and neutral tonality, I found the separation and positioning to be sharp in a good way. The Taylor Trefoil also good, and sure it does like the high-end sheen that I talked about earlier, but for 50 bucks, it has about the right amount of details. So the conclusion of this review, if you're looking for a very nice looking DAP that can be used for USB DAC and you love the retro looks, well, this is it. Considering the build quality of this thing is just, honestly, the build is really nice, and yeah, I believe the asking price is definitely justified. It feels very solid, nicely built, it sounds clean and functional. And again, it looks really nice. Anyway, I also open a mixing and mastering commission right here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.